Alright, this is Big Boss from Foxhound Woods Ball, coming to you from Fort Lauderdale, and from my blog page over at outerheavenpaintball.blogspot.com. I'm also repping the guys from Acid Tactical, so you can check them out at acidtactical.com. Anyway, this has been a roller coaster year for me already, and I thought 2020 was fucked. Damn. But anyway, I digress. It's been a mad minute since I've done any kind of gear reviews or anything like that. Now, with this being said, I figured, what the hell? I'm going to run through some shit. I'm going to teach. I'm going to do some gear reviews. And I was shopping at the mall by my job the other day, and I acquired something. Brand new backpack. This is the Highland Tactical Ballistic. As you can see, I need an upgrade. So, as you can see, all over on the M.O.L.E, we're going to be diving into this bitch, and we're going to be running through all its features, what I like and don't like about it, and a little compare and contrast to one of my other packs in the arsenal. But first, a word from our sponsors and friends over at acidtactical.com. You could check them out at acidtactical.com, and remember, when the shit hits the fan and you've got to trust your gear with your life, ask yourself this one question: can your gear survive the acid test? Anyway, we'll be back right after this.
Over the years, Acid Tactical has provided tactical equipment for all aspects of shooting sports, from paintball, airsoft, right down to our military personnel and law enforcement at a fraction of the cost for a name brand item. Our 550 cord slings are professionally made and built solid. They come in both single and 2-point configurations, and you can take our slings straight to hell and back and it will still keep working. It doesn't matter if you want to stand out or blend in. Our professionally made vinyl stencils are just the thing you need to allow you to create that perfect camo paint job, or mix it up for a custom design of your own making. This is just a small sampling of the gear we have to offer at Acid Tactical. The market is flooded with tactical gear and accessories of all makes and models the world over. However, when the crap hits the fan, ask yourself this one question: can your gear survive the acid test?
Alright, we're back, and now, before I get into the details on the Highland Tactical Ballistic, let me reintroduce you to an old friend of mine I've used through the years. This is the Alice LC2 medium rucksack. GI issued. Its larger brother has served me well when I was in high school doing JROTC in their summer leadership program. It served me well in the beginnings of my journey through paintball even, but sadly for the LC2 medium, this even carries way too much shit for me to do paintball if I'm doing a pickup game on a walk-on field, or if I'm doing something more dynamic and robust. Now, with that being said, this is still a great pack. However, philosophy of use should be considered. Are we doing outlaw games? Are we doing big games? Are we doing scenario games? These are the things you gotta look at when you're choosing a good backpack for your needs. Now, this would be great for outlaw, definitely. This would be great for scenario games, especially your 24 to 48 hour ones. Now, if you're just doing other smaller scale things, the Highland Tactical Ballistic, as well as the smaller packs in the Highland Tactical lineup, will probably suit you just fine. especially if you're a guy who likes to molly the ever-living fuck out of all your shit. Now, we're going to be diving right into this in 1 second. Okay, guys. Before I jump into this video review, I forgot to mention something. If you guys are looking at what I'm wearing right now, as far as the shirt, my Outer Heaven Paintball coffee mug. This is from my Teespring shop, and the shirt is my Outer Heaven Paintball Presents Man Camp. This one is their all over tee design. As you can see, I've got my Outer Heaven logo on here. I've got the flag. Got something very funny printed on the back here. And if you guys are wondering about the wings, just about any pervert and their mother could tell you something about Red Wings, alright? You can check this out over at the Outer Heaven Teespring shop. Acid Tactical also has a Teespring shop, and we'll be getting right into this review. Okay, Highland Tactical Ballistic Backpack. This thing is essentially not your be-all end-all. This is, as I said, this is the middle ground between your day pack and assault packs or patrol packs and a rucksack. You've got the entire front section here full of M.O.L.L.E to allow for various item add-ons. You got your Velcro here and here, so that way you can put your name placards, your unit patches, morale patches, whatever your heart or devious little mind can cook up. You've also got side pouches here with rows of M.O.L.L.E. I will be running through this in a minute. Now, as I said, this is a clamshell design. I opened it up earlier so that way, because I'm doing this one-handed, it makes it a little easier on me. But, as you can also see, it's got cinching straps down here, which are Fast-Tech style buckle attachment. That way you could tighten it up, loosen it up. You could actually make this pretty damn tight. And as they say, a tight pack is a light pack. Now, opening this thing up, you've got a nice, robust compartment here. You can pretty much put just about anything you need to accomplish a mission in here. Now, this nice elastic pouch here, this is good for your laptop. This is good for your hydration bladders. You've also got the securing straps here for your hydration bladders. And moving on to the top here real fast, you got a nice little Velcro hole here. Well, a Velcro patch here. Could open this thing up. Okay, you can open it up, and this is where your hydration line will come out. Sorry guys, I'm having problems getting this thing open, but as you can see, it's got the hook and loop here. Very secure. This thing is made from a tough Cador nylon material, so I would say if you're going to keep this thing waterproofed, use a water repellent spray or use some kind of pack cover. You can find those just about anywhere. Moving over to this particular portion, you got a very nice little mesh pocket. Enough to slide things in. Now, second compartment, opening this thing up. Same thing, doesn't open as far as the main compartment, but all the zippers for the outward compartments are utilizing paracord for pull tabs. Very robust, very solid, works great with that. Second compartment, open this thing up. It's deep, but you don't have the cargo capacity for this one as you would your main compartment. You've got a little area in here for your little knickknacks, your pens, chem lights. Nice little admin section if you ever need it. Another smaller zipper compartment right here. This one is definitely nice. You could get down in here pretty damn deep and basically just stack anything you need to on here. Now moving on to your side compartments. Give me 1 second. I haven't opened these yet. But this thing is essentially a general utility. Opens up nicely down the side here. So you could fit just about anything you need to in here, from CO2 bottles, water. You could poncho in here, poncho liner. This would be able to do like a small ranger roll at least. So zipping this guy back up real quick. You got another one onto the side. Definitely a solid piece of kit to work with if you have to. But moving forward, we got the back section. As you can see, very nice padded straps. Definitely something that is worth their weight in gold if you've got to haul this thing for several miles. You've got elastic keepers here. You got little straps on here to allow for fastening of some equipment if you need to, radios or anything like that. Nice solid D-rings on here. You could hook anything on here, gloves, use carabiners, crap like that. The sternum strap is adjustable. So if you're carrying a chest rig, plate carrier, you can definitely adjust the sternum strap to fit that. And depending upon your size and body type, these things are adjustable, as I said, just by this simple thing here. Unweave it and move it up and down here to your heart's content. Now, if I could ding this thing right now, it would be on this waist belt. As you can see, I'm doing this one-handed, so please guys, bear with me. As you can see, take it off. But when I try to slide it back on, it seems a little too fragile for me. So, as you can see, it slips a little bit. So you guys be very careful with this. Okay, got it. But as you can see, this part here where it loops into the buckle, this thing is loose as hell. If you guys want to retain it being tight, I would definitely recommend taping this crap down, or just relying on the side adjustments right here, which will also work. Other than that, the pack straps are quite adjustable, so you can definitely adjust this thing to your body type or whatever you're working with. So you got that. Now, this backpack, I will say, this damn waist belt is the only thing I could ding this pack on. However, I will also say that I don't really use the belt straps these days because of the gear I carry. You've also got these little loops right here. Great for running hydration lines, tie down crap, anything like that. It's on both sides of the pack. Weirdest thing, by the way, I've also got a section of M.O.L.E here. I'm not sure if this was a manufacturing defect. However, this pack is holding out thus far, so you should be okay with it. Other than that, opening this thing up, you've got your tag in here. Let me see if I could find that thing. Ah, here we go. That being said, as you can see, here's the tag. And if this thing isn't focusing in, as you can probably see now, it says Made in Myanmar, what used to be Burma. Now, I'm not going to ding them for doing business in Burma. Great country, great people. The only thing I'll ding about it being made in Myanmar is what's going on right now with the military junta. I don't exactly like businesses that do business with war criminals. However, I didn't know this at the time when I bought it. However, this is still a pretty solid pack to work with. And we're going to trick this thing out in a second, so give me 1 minute. Okay, we're back up. Now, let me grab the pack real quick. As you can see, I just tricked this thing out to no end. You got canteens on here, you got gear pouches. Lashing straps are also a great thing on the side. You can hold a secondary marker on here. In this case, I strapped on an A5 with the flat line, the faux magazine from RAP4. Now let's open this thing up and see how everything is virtually packed up in here. Okay, let's remove the tip bit, remove this thing. Now, with this whole thing set up, I'm set up for a day on the field, not including paint. Paint is something that you can pick up just about anywhere, depending upon what field you go to. Now, canteens on here, definitely a critical thing. You could also use these as general purpose pouches if you need to. Now, opening up a pouch here, let's say you guys need to carry a tank, at least one tank if that is your team's SOP. Now, this side compartment here, it's nice and spacious. I've got right in here a 24-ounce CO2 tank. And if this thing can fit a CO2 tank like this, you've got the option to rig this thing up to a remote line and to your gun and have this thing as an assault pack, more or less. Now, if this thing is able to hold the tank with ease, then you got something good going. Now, same goes with the other side. We've also got the other side rigged up. Got the lashing straps around the canteens, extra security. "16-ounce tank. Now, both these pouches can hold the 24 with ease, and that is something that works well in your favor as a tactical player. You can carry a fair amount of kit on here that's paintball required, among other more tactical items. Now, these pouches I got rigged up here, these are my maintenance pouches, though one of these pouches could also be an IFAC if you need it to be. However, all of this stuff is standard on the bottom for your M.O.L.E spacing. However, you have these pouches here that are close together. Not sure why they do that, but method to the madness, I'm sure. Makes it a little hard for military grade pouches to be woven in, but you could definitely have enough more room up here to mount things. Now, let's open this bitch up. Let's go with compartment number 2. Let's say you don't have a traditional gun bag. You can still break your gun down. So, this thing is nice and compact enough so that way you can actually have your Tipman marker let me get those pins, screw the pins, you can see. Carry a full-size marker in here, collapsed, broken down, stock folded, barrel and front end taken off, and you'll be ready to carry this thing. Very solid concept. Now, the main pack. I've still got enough room in here for additional kit. However, just to give you guys an example, main compartment, I placed in 2 sets of battle dress. jacket, pants, and boonie cover, my woodlands and my tiger stripes. This shows what you can do with this kit, how you can set it up, and your heart's desire on it all. Keep in mind, all this stuff you're limited by your own imagination, how much gear you need to carry, as well as if you're doing more dynamic stuff within your team, how that pans out based on your needs and what your position on the team is and your responsibilities with that team. Anyway, you guys can catch a written version of all this over at my blog page, outerheavenpaintball.blogspot.com. Links will be in the description to this video. If you want this Outer Heaven Man Camp shirt or any other Outer Heaven shirts or products, check out my Teespring shop. New products are always being developed and cooked up and will become available as soon as possible. Same goes with our friends at Acid Tactical, who have their own Teespring shop. You can check them out at acidtactical.com. Anyway, this is Big Boss, and I'm out of here.